First off, let me talk my... Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my... It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it, treat it like a law. And I'ma need commission for this hit.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the leading rusher amongst rookies last season, Najee Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Perkins. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, 71 yards. And the Steelers are on the board here first in the season opener. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Let's go, 11.
Mixing up the middle. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. They'll roll him out right. This is intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To throw is Perkins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing is Perkins. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. So how about that? You draft him in the first round back in April, hoping he'll make some plays for you. And now look at this. Instant dividends. A pick six in his very first NFL game.
Put that ball on the mantle at home, young man.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they run with Harris off the option. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They hand this off to Harris. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Perkins. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. An option handoff given to Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, first and 10. That's into a crowd and intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Off the play fake. Perkins. He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
He finds his tight end, Gentry. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 9 yards that time.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
These two teams all tied after one. Here's Harris. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 33. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
And Deontay Johnson just continues to build and grow in his NFL career. Finished 2nd in the NFL in targets on his way to his first Pro Bowl last season. Pulls in the catch there to pick up the first down.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. On the run, this is Hilliard. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 42 yards on the ground for him so far. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take him the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now here's another carry for Harris. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here we go. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now it's Burrow. Forced out to his left. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Burrow on play action. Out to his left. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Sliding out of the pocket. He will find his man Chase complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And these two hooked up on a nice game to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll give it to Mixon. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. McPherson on for the point after. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 3rd and 2, Perkins eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Being chased out left. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Perkins. Pass complete, George Pickens with it. He'll get it inside the 20, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. It's brought in by Harris. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. Back to throw. Perkins. Pickens on the slant. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Touchdown! Dontrell Hilliard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. first down. Here's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. Perkins rolling to his right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer there, a big mistake defensively.
Yeah, and even though you've got a quarterback out of the pocket and the rules change downfield, that doesn't mean the same rules don't apply with the QB. Anything more than one step, they're going to throw a flag on you every time.
And they run with Harris off the option. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Bryce Perkins keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow flushed out right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least, that went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
Flush to his right. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 39 yards. And the Bengals get a bit closer. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Perkins. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Escaping the pressure right. He gets it complete to Harris. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And my goodness, another interception. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A tackle there by Jermaine Pratt. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He pitches it. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Completes this one to Pickens. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. An option handoff given to Harris. Pushing his way through. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
That really sets them back. A loss of 6. So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Austin, the man in motion left. To throw on 2nd down. Perkins. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Steelers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Burrow. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Burrow will throw. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Mixon is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
One, ready? Watch the pass. Here we go.
Mixon again. But he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
And this time he is in. Yes. Joe Mixon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Switch. Sponge. No.
On the give, this is Harris. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
They don't get nothing. Okay, break. 70.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Williams. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now it's Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Chris Wormley in there to bury him for a loss of 11. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. Touchdown Bengals.
Jamar Chase.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. They run again with Harris. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Steelers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.